EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the legendary venues in the sport, historic Soldier Field in Chicago. Here's Cairo Santos ready to get this one started. Off we go from Soldier Field. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Here's a run with the rookie from Ohio State. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. Try to pick this one up on the ground. A pickup there of 13. Good for a Patriots first down.
Over the last couple years, Mike, we've seen the trend in the NFL is that third down has really become a passing down, but not here. Not for this team. They keep the ball on the ground. They're able to pick up a big gain. Fresh set of downs.
On first and 10, here's Meg. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we'll see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
It's the tight end Henry in motion. Throwing on second down, May. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple, and it sets up third down.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
On third and long, here's May. This one intercepted. Picked up. And the Bears are in great shape here as they take over at their 46.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
That'll be caught by DeAndre Swift. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll come up now for second down and 4.
Here we go.
He'll get that into the hands of Nick Chubb. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Here's Williams on 1st and 10. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
That's already 2 catches for this guy. We haven't even seen him hand the ball to him yet. And you can go to the air and vice versa. The more times this guy touches the ball, the better it is for this offense.
Here's 1st and 10.
Ready? Go!
On the carry, this is Nick Chubb. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
Once again, it's Chubb. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2.
No! 19, Tiger! 19, Tiger!
They'll run it for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. 0-0 is the score. We're back to Soldier Field after this. You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. We'll try and run it here. Nick Chubb. Good blocking, and he's in. Nick Chubb. Touchdown, Chicago. It's his 4th touchdown on the year. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. And the first carry for Antonio Gibson. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun. It's May. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this is one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
On 1st and 10, it's Williams. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Williams to throw on 2nd down. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the 1st down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
On 3rd and a yard, it's Williams. He's got room past the 35. And he'll wind up out of bounds past the 45-yard line. They get 24 on that one. 1st down, Chicago.
Here we go.
To throw it again, it's Williams. He'll get this underneath to Swift. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
Off play action. Here's Williams. He's got his tight end down the field. That's Kmet. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Moore going in motion. On 1st down, it's Swift. And he will get into the end zone. DeAndre Swift. Touchdown, Bears.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
Here comes Antonio Gibson out of his end zone. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Travel start on the ground. He'll get about 2. C.J. Mosley, the veteran linebacker, there to shut it down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Off the play fake, here's May. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
The defensive coaches, they preach all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. It's the tight end, Henry, in motion. from the gun on third down. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
This offense just continues to struggle to find any sort of rhythm. And now part of it is self-inflicted wounds. But the vast majority of their struggles has just been their inability to pass protect. You can't expect your quarterback to settle into the game and have any confidence operating out of the pocket when the second he hits his back foot, the play's over.
And a nice return there. The offense not going to be backed up as much as they could have. Drive's going to start from beyond the 20. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Williams. Gonna look deep, looking for more. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. He was looking to get it to DJ Moore. And that will lead to a 2nd down. At the 40, and he's gonna be brought down. Adds a second charge timeout to Chicago, and they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with Williams. That is caught downfield by Odunze. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
That's complete to Moore on the right side. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. Throwing again, Williams. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end, doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Carlton Davis. And the Patriots are going to take possession here at their own 6.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
May now on 1st and 10. That's over the middle and intercepted. It's the veteran safety, Kevin Byard. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
This is something we see so often out of these young quarterbacks, Mike, is their inability to manipulate the defense. They kind of telegraph where they're going to go with their ball, with their eyes, and I'd love to see him the next time when he gets to the top of his drop. Look off the safety. Hold some of the underneath defenders from where you ultimately know you want to go with the ball. A lot of that just comes with experience, and sometimes you got to gain that experience the hard way.
So we hit halftime along the lakefront here in Chicago, and the Bears are on top. As we'll get you down to Orlando now. That's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman. and our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Slot receiver headed right. Williams going to look to throw it on first down. He runs with it.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on first down.
We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Out of the shotgun, it's a give to Swift. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Here's Chubb. He's beyond midfield to the 45. And he's going to be taken down.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. Robert Spillane spills him there. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Williams. He finds his tight end, that's Smythe. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
On third down, it's Williams. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Too much leg there. That one's into the end zone for a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
From out of the gun, here's May. That's complete to the veteran, Nelson Aguilar. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll weave his way down close to that first down. Going to come up just a little shy. It's going to be 3rd down and short. They'll go play action with May. He's got Douglas going deep. And the Bears are going to get the football at their own 40.
There's really no other way to put it, Mike. This has just been a rough outing for the young rookie quarterback. And I think everyone understands going into these games, there's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be learning moments that these guys are going to gain that they can only gain through experience. The problem is, It's really hard to have positive learning experiences when you throw 3 picks. He's got to see the field better. He's got to anticipate better. And ultimately, he just needs to play better for his offense to have a chance.
They put a receiver in motion to the left. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. First and 10.
Here we go, set.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. They will run it over center with Swift. And a nice run there on first down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2.
On the jump. Here we go, here we
Moore
go.
going in motion. A gain there of 11. Good for a Bears first down.
Tag.
And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game.
Ready.
Toss right side to the tight end, Komet. And he'll be brought down on what will be the final act here in this third quarter. So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready up.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Set.
Here's a give left side. This is Swift. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
The big tight end, Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. And now it's 4th down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out front. I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Cairo Santos, following the made field goal, back out to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Throwing on 1st and 10 is May. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Let's go. Go.
Here's May. And that's going to be incomplete. coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. To throw now, May. And for the fourth time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he has his offense set up in great field position inside the red zone. Give up the middle with Swift. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman, sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
70 range.
Third and long. Here's Williams. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. Carlton Davis there defensively to break that one up. The Bears send out their punt team, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. Off the play fake, it's May. He's got his big tight end, Henry. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. Picked off by C.J. Mosley.
As hard as it is to have this conversation, at some point, someone on this sideline needs to say, is it better off for this young rookie to just remove him from the game, take a deep breath, and reset for next week? Because at this point, 5 interceptions in, you start being concerned that you're doing more harm than you are good.
Moore going in motion. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. You have a tight end motioning left here. On 2nd down, it's a run with Swift. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. A tight end in motion now. On 3rd down, here's Swift. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Swift gets it from the pistol. It'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. The tight end, Komet, is on the move.
Go.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. That's a short throw caught by Kmet, and he will score. DJ Moore, touchdown Chicago. What a job to finish the play with a touchdown. The catch and carry, and the carry part, Greg, that was the most impressive there.
Well, you said it, Mike. The catch was nice, but it's what can you do after the catch that really separates guys in this league. And in this case, he did plenty because it ended up in a touchdown.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. And we'll see a return here from his own end zone. He'll get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. On play action, here's May. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
And he gets this up close to the first down, mark him at the 32.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Third and short, and here is May. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
Let's go.
They'll try to run. And he's going to pick up a Patriots first down. They managed to convert. That'll keep the drive alive.
Well, this has been the story of the entire game, Mike. It's just how well this defense has played, particularly against the run. There has been nowhere to operate for this offense, and it continued here on this last play. Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced, and at other times, it looks like they've never practiced at all.
He'll look deep here for Diggs. And penalty flags come in as it winds up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there. Here we go. One final. And that final throw here is intercepted. It's the linebacker, Tremaine Edmonds. He gets free to the 20. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Bears. Well, they had a big hole to climb out of, and now it is even bigger. Greg, the defense was waiting for it, feasts on it, and they get to celebrate with a pick six.
Well, a very fitting way for this one to come to an end here, Mike. This has been a completely dominant defensive performance. This pick six here in the fourth quarter ends what has been a total runaway.
So this one in the win column for the Bears. And this was as good as it gets, all three phases of the game, in perfect harmony as they post the lopsided shutout victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olsen and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL